He's got a gristly beard, but a soft heart.
I was going to go there. I was going to say Austin has nice hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's beautiful because it's raven black and just so dark, you know?
Yeah, like you could just fall into it visually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Like I just imagine if you were in a dark room with him, it would be darker than the darkness.
Yeah, which is like weirdly comforting in a way because it's like no matter how dark it gets, like there's someone who understands that it could be darker.
Yeah, and like you'd see the whites of his eyes would light up his face. So
yeah, which is like a beacon in the blackness.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's a place that you could look for strength. Oh, God, that was a juicy Lucy.
Okay. we can get back to space now.
Zorgon the Conqueror plans to tear a hole in reality and destroy the Consortium as we know it. Today on This American Dice, how can Lucky Lenny, Rip Hackman, and Reggie Furger, a.k.a. Ron Skywalker, solve this problem? And what about the restaurant that serves toilet nachos? Check it out today on This American Dice.
When you come out of hyperspace, you come out in such a way that like Zorgon the Conqueror's forces in the scrap field, like you come out like exactly in the right spot. And you're like behind like a large, like junked up hulk of space scrap. And you can see on the other side of this hulk, the hiding fleet of Zorgon the Conqueror's forces.
Oh
no!
Can we say like the majority of this scrapyard for like a history lesson is sort of like their old abandoned pleasure craft from back when the Gloop homeworld was first discovered and humanity rushed to like capitalize on it as like a leisure planet for the rich. So there's all these like space yachts everywhere, but as they slowly depleted all the resources of this planet, they were all abandoned in orbit.
Yeah, so there's all like these floating Titanics floating around.
Yeah, there's like the very highest tech equipment, but just for like personal pleasure is just floating all around abandoned.
Exactly. It's like a lot of shiatsu massage chairs. They're super high tech. Those weird high tech toilets from Japan, that kind of thing.
Some of them are still playing their melodies out into the vast coldness of space.
Exactly. Like
nobody can hear anyone peeing for like miles.
Robots are floating through the air. But yeah, so you guys look on and you know that according to the message that Reggie Furger, a.k.a. Ron Skywalker, celebrity chef and also consortium envoy, had given you was that the plans for the Star Dreadnought had been stolen by Zorgon the Conqueror. And when you guys look, you can see for sure this isn't a base. Sure, it's a base, but it's not like its main purpose isn't military.
It's no moon.
It's no moon, baby. It's too small for a moon. This is a research and construction field. He's building a Star Dreadnought.
Oh,
dun, 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 dun.
Red alert.
I think we were always on red alert.
Yeah, you guys have been on red alert all the time.
Yeah, but each time I say it, we have more power to the engines, you know.
Oh, there's just a very there's a very skittish crew member who every time you say it, he gets more worked up. Oh, red alert! It's like it's been going on the whole time. He drops things like, oh.
Austin, did we figure out what's going wrong with his ship? Did we pick our strengths and weaknesses for it?
Nope, we never did that. So let's do that now, actually. So we can describe something up with the ship that we could be reminded of, or this could be something that just went wrong with the ship because of that attack.
But don't forget about the strengths.
The carburetor shot.
Yeah, the ship suddenly acquired a grim reputation.
How about
the wheels are fucked up?
So the crazy warp drive stunt we just did probably would have worked due to my incredible engineering skills, but I didn't take into account the damage we'd taken, which Brary had understated, and it ended up sucking out like a portion of the ship into space.
Oh, geez, and the jet ski was on there. Shit.
What about the ship has a grim reputation, and Zorgon the Conqueror is actually a decent enough guy, but Captain Darcy fucked him over one too many times, and now he has to steal the space dreadnought in order to create a hole in reality.
And now the ship's haunted by the tree ghost too.
Mm-hmm.
Like he comes in apparitions, and he's not happy.
Yeah. Any of those, or all of them.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna go with whatever the last one anyone says?
Or there's only one medical pod
Um,
and horrible circuit breakers.
the headlights went out.
I mean, the easiest one is the horrible circuit breakers. The in part from the battle damage that you guys have just endured.
Did we battle him? Oh yeah. Okay.
By a laser beam.
Did we ever determine where that missile came from? Or that laser?
It came from one of the primitive planets.
Oh, just this sort of a primitive defense, like a nuke?
I think I said a missile, but yeah, we could say it's a.
Oh, I mean, just as an analogy, like.
Yeah, it could be something like that. It could be like an old school missile, and you guys were too busy like trying to figure out this thing to focus on. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, slash tree person in charge.
Yeah, Tree would just stand there, but
So why don't we each pick a strength, except for Alex, who will be too slow. Carlo, you mentioned a cloaking device earlier. What do you say about that?
It's my pet project of mine that I'm sure theoretically it should work.
Sure.
I've done all the number crunching.
fast. Yeah,
And
slow
fast.
that dickhole.
Also, we're fast.
Yeah.
You're fast, and you got a cloaking device. The ninja.
That's never been used.
So, well, maybe you're using it right now because you have like arrived and you're not noticed.
All right. And so, what was the damage we decided on?
I think it makes sense if you guys have horrible circuit breakers where, like Star Trek style, things explode on the bridge for basically no reason whenever the ship is in stress.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Whenever the emotional stress level of the bridge gets too high, sparks and explosions.
I just can't handle this, Danny. I just can't handle it. Yeah. Yeah, it's me trying to use YouTube.
Yeah, try and set up your mic.
The instructions I have are for several iterations older. So we join after the commercial break. By the way, what's the commercial for, real quick?
It's definitely for one of Ron Skywalker's restaurants.
All right. It's Ron Skywalker's restaurant, but the deal is that the main dish that they focus on is...
Well, it's served in a shoe, and it's grits, baby. Grits in a shoe.
All right,
We all
damn.
love grits with shrimp. We love grits with crackers. We love grits with fish. But have you had grits in a shoe yet?
You haven't lived till you've had grits in your shoe.
We join you guys. We see the exterior shot of like Zorgon's like ship groups of ships in like a space bay where they're constructing the Star Dreadnought, and you guys see it. And Alex,
Space Bay. What's her name?
yeah, Ron Skywalker can like look at that and go, "That's the Star Dreadnought. I can taste it."
Oh, that's exactly where they are. That's exactly where I can tell that I'm like putting more invisible things in my mouth and tasting them in my imagination. That's where the plans are.
And I'll say, what exactly is he going to do with this? What did the note say it could do?
You know,
I don't even know if he knows what it can do, but sorry, just a heartburn. It will destroy reality, and whether or not he knows that it's powerful. He knows that he has a token of great power, and he wants to conquer the galaxy with it. But little does he know that he could tear reality and undo everything.
Oh, that sounds bad.
yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's bad. It's like burning the damn pot.
That's like umami for dessert. Nobody expected it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we see you guys looking at this, and we cut away to actually inside Zorgon's like on Zorgon's bridge, And
Who, mommy?
so Zorgon is a man with like a claw for an arm, like a big like mechanical claw for an arm, and he has like a crazy eye patch that is like a telescopic thing, and he's got green skin, but otherwise he's played by Will Arnett. And so he's like
vaguely sad.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you dickholes ready with this thing or what?" and they're like, "Sir," and they're just various like weird aliens poking, like just puppets, like poking different buttons on a control panel, doing the head wobbling button poking thing. And he's like, "I said get to work or I'm going to kick your dicks off." And they go to work faster with their heads wobbling faster. And then he does his little like kind of exposition, and he's like, "The consortium won't be able to see what fucked them by the time I start fucking them with this." With this Star Dreadnought, all I gotta do is build myself this big old dick and smash. Mm. And one of the aliens like is like holding a child, two children's ears, and behind him it says, "Bring your alien kid to work day," and he's like, "Bitch." Anyway, when we're back to you guys.
How are we gonna? I think that what we need to do is we need to trick him into giving us the plans. We need to trick him to giving it up.
What did you have in mind, Ron?
Well, I think that we are going to host the best dinner party that this wasteland has ever seen, and we're going to invite all of them down onto the planet for this dinner party. And Ron's going to slip a little secret sauce into their chili. And when they go to sleep, baby, we go on their ship and we take their cayenne pepper.
I'm not sure chili's going to cut this one, Ron.
And
what do you suggest?
Briner, one of the gloop people, was like, "But chili will make you cut one, am I right?" Bubbles appear, and the other gloop people are like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And trying to fit in.
No, Ron walks up and gives him like a fist bump on the glass. Fist bump glass.
What do I suggest? I suggest we smash these potatoes right here and right now. Red alert.
As the red alert, like beacons are still going.
Jewish. We're making latkes, huh?
That's right.
Oh boy. The schmeckle on this one, huh?
Hmm?
Well, I value the opinion of all of our friends here.
Well, if I may, a third option would be if we could do this in a more stealthy manner. Mm-hmm. If we could get me and perhaps some of my crew onto that ship, I could sabotage it so that once he activates the weapon, it does basically whatever we want it to.
Yeah, like maybe you could jury-rig the captain's medical pod to act as a kind of bomb.
Yeah, the only place we could fit a torpedo is inside the occupied medical pod of the captain.
We only have one.
It cuts back to before we started, and you just jettisoned all of the other medical pods.
Make it so, number one. And then Spent Briner's like, oh.
Yeah, and the other gloop people are like, "Oh, damn it, Spent. I just want to try."
I say, so it sounds like we could go for diplomacy with a dinner party and subterfuge, or we could go for military might, or we could go for stealth. What's the plague here, guys?
I think we should try all three at the same time.
Ooh, a mixed scene climactic battle.
A 3 or 4 pronged attack.
I feel the dinner party may be a difficult play in the midst of a space battle.
Not with the best chef in the universe.
That's right.
No sloppy Joe can contain him.
No, we'll make a smorgasbord of pain, brother.
That's right. Second course, photon torpedoes.
Straight to the dome, brother.
Third course, a sorbet pellet cleanser.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
He makes does the thumb and pinky and shakes it.
Yeah. My joke was going to be second course. It's Sweden, so horse.
Oh, another smorgasbord joke. Got you, brother.
All right. Anyway. Okay. So you guys are looking at this place, and we've set up a situation in which we want to challenge them to a dinner party of some kind. A dinner party off. Mm-hmm. We want to sneak onto the ship to sabotage it and
ram it while shooting photon torpedoes.
Ram it while shooting torpedoes at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I'll be in the kitchen, guys. I'll be in the kitchen getting this started.
Some of these may preclude the others.
No. They're all suicide missions, Austin.
Okay.
I suppose that we could lead with the dinner party, and assuming they're game for that, maybe it'll draw some of them away.
Yeah. No, they're not gonna even know that we're they're not gonna even know that we're we're not the Confederates. What's our team again?
Consortium.
The Consortium, definitely not the Confederates.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was my last job, guys. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a makeover on this ship. Okay, we're gonna have cameras here and there, and we're launching the new restaurant. These guys are working hard, and we're going to invite them down for some chicken wings we'll never forget.
Well, we've got a cloaking device on the ship. Could we just cloak all parts of the ship that aren't the restaurant?
In theory, absolutely.
Then I think we do that, and then fire all weapons and ramming.
So we want to make them believe we have a floating restaurant.
That's
ship.
right. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever heard about there was once a Greek tale about a donkey that was led into the enemy town's gates. And when the enemy town, they got drunk and they partied and they ate.
Chili.
Yes. And they had the runs and they slept very hard. And out of the donkey came the Greek army.
A flood of chili that covered the world for 40 days and nights.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah. It was the chili. It was the tide of Cincinnati.
Yeah, and
it was Cincinnati chili.
In that flood, we found 2 of each kind of peanut. My God, these 2 were assaulted. Anyway, so we're going to try to invite these folks here while we cloak parts of the ship to make it look like a traveling cooking show. Is what I'm getting.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. So
we could just make the restaurant on the planet, invite them down there, and build, out of the wood we have left, make a big donkey.
No, Ron, that's too complicated. It'll never work.
We could just use our most precious Raptor as the grand table in which everyone's brought together.
Yes, make it so.
The final table.
That's a direct order. And take that right down.
So, take the plaque, and they all salute.
The whole ship buckles as it's being taken down.
So let's go ahead and have you contact Zorgon the Conqueror and see if you can convince him of this.
All right, which of us is best equipped to parlay?
I've got this.
Me.
I've opened thousands of restaurants, guys.
All right, go ahead. I'll be your maitre d'. Wait,
okay.
Your sous chef. So of honor.
Great. I need a good GM. Hailing Zorgon.
All right. And the communications person puts it through, and then
I'll be working on the tech feed of the video to add filters over it, so it looks like you're wearing a chef's hat and apron, and Rip is dressed as a maitre d'.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, have you ever noticed on Star Trek that when you see the shots of the Enterprise, you see the whole crew doing their stuff, and when you see the shots of the other ship, it's just the captain who's like, huh? I'm 2 inches from the camera, and I'm real freaking out and sweating.
It's like an old grandpa learning to use a webcam for the first time, just like staring into it and like breathing.
They only had a budget for like a mall family photo backdrop, and he's like, "I'm the Romulan." And so, all right, so yeah, you know what? All right, Ron Skywalker is attempting to send this message, but beforehand we're trying to use some like computer graphics to make this look better. So
make it look like a restaurant.
Yeah, to make it look like a restaurant. So Lucky Lenny, why don't you go ahead and make a roll? This sounds more like a lasers roll.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. I am not an. Would I be an expert at video manipulation? Probably not. And what's the other one? Prepared?
Mm-hmm.
Am I ever?
I could buy that you're an expert in that, like, you know the ship's systems well enough to tell it to
fair enough.
automatically do this thing with like the supercomputer on the ship.
All right. So lasers 2d6. Here we go. 1 and a 6.
Well,
that
you got
covers
one.
all the things.
That literally is the best roll in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if one die succeeds, you barely manage it. The GM inflicts a complication, harm, or cost. Okay, so you definitely do this, but what you don't realize is that your restaurant has a theme, but you guys don't know what the theme is.
That's great.
Yeah, so you guys don't know what the theme is, as you're like, all right, just plug in restaurant and neighbor D/host. We've got servers as these people. We've got this going on, this kind of music. This is what's happening. All right, run program. And so now Ron Skywalker goes to contact Zorgon the Conqueror's Star Dreadnought construction base.
Hail.
All right. And so you see back on Zorgon the Conqueror's ship, like one of the Muppets is like, "Sir, they're contacting us." And he's like, "Put it on this. Who's that? Put it on the screen." And we see, and again, remember, you guys are unaware of the theme. What kind of restaurant is this?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden? So
Leigh, I have so much more respect for you.
It's like crazy, like Italian chain restaurant.
Yeah, when you're here, your family, you know.
Yeah, so
so there's
Endless
Tour of Italy.
bowls.
yeah, so just Zorgon the Conqueror, you hear like da 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 da.
Yeah.
You're like,
and there's all these like happy families in the background.
Mama, prego, 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 prego.
yeah, one of the goop people is like throwing a pizza. Everybody has mustaches and like, but yeah. So there's that. There's like the equivalent of Worf just eating spaghetti angrily, like on the side of the shot. And again, you guys are completely unaware of this. So all of your actions, you're doing whatever you're doing, thinking you're just contacting them as this wonderful restaurant, but it takes on this cartoonish Italian restaurant vibe, while people are just like holding breadsticks in infinite quantity. So try to incorporate that as you go through. So like, who is this?
This is the consortium spaceship Raptor. Prepare to be boarded.
And you just hear, when you're here, Mamma Mia, when you're here, your family. And you think, this doesn't make any sense.
Ramming speed.
Did he say free bread? All right.
Yeah.
So
There's also some water tanks where like these
empire.
people are trying to toss dough and like the pizzas just aren't moving. You know, it's like moving really slow and
They're
spinning.
going to throw it up and it stays there and does that buffering wheel thing.
Yeah.
It's the pizza and they're like, all right. And you catch it again. Okay, so you're screaming ramming speed, but it's just coming off like, when you're here, your family.
Yeah, they're just ramming pizzas into the oven.
Yeah. When you're here, your family, everybody, come on down to Ron's soy sauce pizza place. We've got soy sauce and we've got pizza. We've got noodles. We've got spaghetti.
Yeah,
This is the grand opening. We're looking for hungry boys, hungry men, women and children who like to eat food. Come on down. Eat our food. It's the best in the wastelands.
Okay, so at the description of like when you're here, your family, like okay, but so to challenge him to a cook-off, what does Ron Skywalker say? Because now the second commercial break is going to be for this weird Olive Garden soy sauce house.
We've got Italian noodles, we got Chinese noodles, Japanese noodles. You like noodles? We got them.
All right. So
Turkish delights. We don't have those. We do not carry Turkish delights here.
So where's the challenge aspect? The entire thing that you said was happening, or should we just go to the ramming?
I'm trying to make a buck here, okay? But if we're going to try to get these over here, we are looking for 5 contestants in our upcoming noodle cook-off. We are looking for recipes, noodle recipes, people to cook those recipes and demonstrate the beauty of the starch.
And Zorgon had gotten bored, but he started to eat spaghetti, and he's like, huh? So, all right, go ahead and roll that one, Ron Skywalker.
All right, that's definitely going with my intuition there. I got a 6.
That's pretty good. All right, so. And he goes, contestant, huh? That's fine. Well, I'm down. But I'm Zorgon the freaking Conqueror. You think I go where you tell me? No. We're going to have this competition.
We are going to have this competition,
We are
brother.
going to have this competition. Sorry, I zoned out. I was thinking about noodles. I don't know why.
Zorgon, you sound like the kind of guy who likes to slurp down a Slurpee boy. Am I right?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna make so many Slurpee boys for you to slurp down. You won't even be able to. It's gonna see your butt explode. I wanted to say kick your dick off again.
Whoa! I've never had my dick kicked off, and I've never had my butt explode, and I've opened thousands of restaurants. Bring your worst, Zorgon, because I'm about to take you to Noodle Town.
Okay. Challenge accepted. On the hull of the old scrap Titanic over there, and he points. And they have to send you the coordinates because he's just pointing to something you cannot see. And so there's the hull of the space Titanic, and he wants to have the competition there, like on the scrapped space Titanic.
Okay, Zorgon. Just understand our terms, though. Although this is a friendly battle, there is also a small fee, and so just know that per participant, there will be a very small fee. It's a donation to the Ron Skywalker Foundation.
But that donation will also get you unlimited soup and salad.
He's like,
I don't have a liquor license, though, so don't ask.
Yeah, it's the BYO situation.
And I think you see him nod his head. He's like, all right. All right. So, yeah. All right. So while this is happening, are we ramming the ship?
Yes. This whole thing has been a distraction to ram him.
Okay. Oh, all right.
We're already inside his ship.
And I'm like, Lenny, overload the warp core. It's ramming time.
A look of just pure childish joy is in his eyes.
Battle
like,
engines.
So I'll need to divert nearly all of life support to get optimal speed. You got it, acting captain.
Non-emergency personnel to the escape pods. Lenny, divert all power from the escape pods.
Everybody's like on the other parts of the ship, you hear people being like, oh, we better go to the escape pods. Oh, okay, quick, bring little Johnny. I don't know why we brought him here, but I'm so glad that the captain knows that we need to have him escape from danger.
Yeah,
so
little Johnny Darcy getting in his inert bedding escape pod, you know.
Yeah, so all these people get into these
father like son.
Right, so all these people get into these escape pods, and then you're like,
all right, everybody, we're just going to a nice dinner party.
Yeah. So
all right.
I think that the crew.
First Mate Briner, I want the first wave of torpedoes to be escape pods. Ready the first salvo.
And Briner's like, I've put up with a lot of your orders, but I won't carry that through. My God, you're a madman.
First Mate Briner, get to the escape pods.
And he's like, never, you. And he's like, we won't stand for this. And all of the goop people come out of their tank.
Hold on, I pushed the flush button on my chair.
Ooh, so yeah. All right. So do you think how do you do what's your state of mind?
Angry?
Go ahead and roll a die.
Okay, here we go. A 1. I failed.
That's the only way you can fail. All right. I got to give you the opportunity to ask this. Are you perhaps an expert or very prepared for this action?
No.
Oh, okay, good. So, yeah, you go to hit flush, and Spent Briner zaps that part of the thing with like with a blaster. He's like, pew! And it zaps it, and he's like, crew, haul that man to the brig. My God, he's gone mad with blower.
Damn you, Briner, this is mutiny.
He's like, it is.
Yeah, double mutiny.
You're out of control. You're a monster.
I'll be like, Ron, relieve Mr. Briner of his station.
Don't you? He's like,
I don't know.
Skywalker, Ron Skywalker, celebrity chef and envoy. You know to do what's right. This is more of an Admiral Akbar voice as it continues.
Chief Engineer Lenny, prepare to turn the bridge into a vacuum.
Ooh. As you're saying this, you realize that Lenny has left the bridge. And as soon as this started, Lenny is running down to the engineering bay where he is going to enact what he believes is a fail-safe plan to defuse this situation. And that he's going to like turn on life support so that everyone in the whole ship is exposed to like this like calming sedative, and so everyone's just going to pass out.
All right.
Great. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to defuse this too. I'll be like, listen, man, we're all one brother, one sister, one mother, all of us. And I think that we need to work as a team, and the team is better than the person, and we all are beautiful, free, loving, beautiful people. And I think that beautiful beauty, it's just contagious, and we all feel it in the room right now. That's all why there's a lot of intensity. There's a lot of passion. I feel the passion. I feel your passion right now. But I think that we need to feel the fish's passion too. Okay.
All right. So while he's talking, I want to tip over the nearest chili pot into the aquarium, killing them all.
No, what have I become? What did I do? I created weapons.
Let's give Ron Skywalker a shot to make that roll real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to talk them down.
Yeah,
talk for 10 minutes roll. I think he succeeded.
4. I got a 4.
All right. Well, that technically succeeds. Yeah. So I think Brent Spiner's like, not Brent Spiner. Oh no, I've given away the secret code. Spent Briner. Spent Briner says like we can talk this through. We've got a mission, right?
We have realities at stake, right?
He's gone mad with power. You think like we want these people to survive. We can't have the crew jettisoned out into space. My God. Let alone just stuff them into these tubes and have them their life support sucked out.
We need every man on this. We need all of our best men on this.
And he says, talk to him. Talk to Hackman.
You guys don't know about the burden of command, all right? We got Zorgon the Conqueror over there trying to rip a hole in reality. And here you are talking to me about half measures. The time for half measures is over. Red alert.
All right, let me know if I make it to the engineering bay at any point during this conversation.
You know what? You do. Go for it. So you're
All right,
trying,
so
you're trying to pump a sedative into the system?
No, but I have a better idea. So I hear this mutiny this scuffle taking place on the bridge from the intercom in the engineering bay, and I frantically go and I divert 95% of power from life support, making the oxygen in the ship so low that everyone passes out, and I divert all of it to the medical bay, the only the closest dump I can find it system wise. So now the medical bay has double its healing capacity, and it's all being directed to one pod.
Okay.
Yeah, either that or there'll be a big explosion there on account of you.
Yeah, well, who knows? Also, this is not good medical protocol. Whatever's happening in that pod, nobody knows.
Okay. Sure. So, are you doing this as a last-ditch effort, or are you the science to this? And...
Oh, I don't know the science. It feels like a good idea.
All right. So this is a Hail
That's
Mary.
important.
All right. So it's a feelings roll.
All right, I'll do 2 because I know the ship. And 2d6. I got a 3 and a 6.
3 and a 6. Pretty good. All right. So you got 2 successes. So, oh yeah, you do it. So you pump a bunch of stuff, and up on the bridge, everyone kind of starts to get sleepy. And,
Yeah, all the oxygen's being sucked out of the room momentarily.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear the thing isn't still transmitting to Zorgon, but there's still just one little display that still has you guys as Olive Garden cartoon characters, and everyone's falling asleep, and they're like, buonasera, and everyone's a dormire, and so everyone's falling. You guys are all kind of getting real drowsy and real loopy. The gloop people who live in water, we'll say, are also getting drowsy because life support covers everything.
Of course it does.
Yeah, so the people who are we're earthworm crew members are this dirt isn't supported enough, and it's making us tired.
Not enough nutrients in the soil.
Yeah, once you turned off the enough for everyone button, and so everyone's getting really, really sleepy, except the medical pod, which starts glowing and glowing and glowing and glowing, and then it just bursts open, and a glowing nude Captain Darcy comes out, and Captain Darcy is played by
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Oh my God! What have you done to my ship? I can't even believe this. This is terrible. And she goes to one of the consoles, and again, she's nude. And she goes to the console and says she types it in, and she types something in, and the life support kind of comes back up, and the people from the medical bay are like, "Oh my God, Captain Darcy, you're alive and you're nude." And she goes, "Who wore it better?" And yeah. And so as you guys are waking up, Captain Darcy is on the bridge with the medical team, and they're and she's like, "Oh my God, what has even happened here? I can't believe this. You've ruined everything."
Yeah, Captain Darcy, thank God you're alive. Acting first mate Rip Hackman here.
I've heard you've been a disaster. You've been a regular Mount Vesuvius. You blew all over the place.
You're captain, ma'am. We were just doing everything we could to stop Zorgon the Conqueror. And, if he hasn't been stopped, it's on account of that I was stopped too soon, prematurely. Yes, me.
She's like, "That's what I've heard about you. Too much premature stuff."
I won't deny it.
And I don't just mean your pornography collection. Oh, settle down, everybody. Settle down. All right.
No!
This Zorgon character. We got to find him. I haven't seen him for forever. Oh, so here we go.
Well, luckily we did have a failsafe plan of inviting him to a chili con cook-off, in case the kamikaze mission I had ordered somehow failed.
Did he accept the chili cook-off?
I don't know. I passed out.
He accepted, but he did name his own location, all right? We were unable to invite him to the wooden donkey we had constructed on the planet's surface below.
Oh, the old wooden donkey. They haven't called me that for years. All right. Well, listen. You're the cook. Furger. Listen up. And that's her nickname for you. She calls you Furburger. She's like, you, Ron Furburger. You're going to go down there and you're going to cook your ass off. That's the deal. All right?
Aye, Captain.
Meanwhile,
and he
Hackman,
then dips his finger deep into like a burger that's cooking in front of him.
He has a hamburger he takes out of his pocket and he just fingers it real hard.
Yeah, he sets his finger really deep in it and then tastes his finger and is like, oh, God, that was a juicy Lucy. Oh.
Meanwhile, Hackman, you got to go in there. You got to take these guys out. Use that crazy bravado of yours. You're going to go there. Oh. And
Yes, ma'am.
And she's like, meanwhile, Lucky Lenny.
Furious salute.
They
I'll
call him that for a reason, man.
I'll say
That's more than luck.
I do feel like it's quite lucky that that you're back, ma'am. How could that have happened? I just don't know.
And she's like, I can't wait to see my first mate. That brother of yours. Where is he? Beautiful tree. He said I always gave him wood.
He is he's high. Yep. He's
dead, ma'am.
Rather
he's
wood.
dead. He's dead. He's overtaken with grief, ma'am. It's been a long day.
Is he sad? Is he high? What's going on?
Oh, he's hardwood now, ma'am. He's part of the ship. We've actually we've renamed the ship in his memory.
I'll hang my head. Yeah, the Raptor.
The Raptor? Oh,
Morning salad. I thought it was Raptor we went with? Okay.
Oh, morning salad is...
You said brother salad.
Brother salad.
Morning salad. She's like, morning salad was good. I was going to say the consortium ship, the CS Stiffy.
I think that's beautiful, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Well, you gotta make sure the ship's cloaking device covers Hackman's team. We gotta get in there.
I say, you got it, ma'am. My experimental technology never goes wrong.
All right. Let's do this, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Go!
Saptrick Pewhart.
Zaptrick Pewhart.
Saptrick Stewart.
Describe how this stuff goes, and we're going to keep hopping back and forth with people to tell us like what goes on in this insane scene of you guys trying to trick this guy into a chili cook-off while also sneaking in there to neutralize the force.
All right.
So I think I roll. I'm really feeling so. When do we roll 2 and when do we roll not 2?
So you roll 1 normally. You roll an extra 1 if you're an expert on the subject, and you roll an extra 1 on top of that if you.
Oh, I've opened a few restaurants. Okay. And am I prepared? I'm always prepared. I'm just gonna roll 2 though. That's all I need.
All right. And how are you doing this? Or what's your approach here?
Oh, okay. I thought you just told us to roll.
Right. Well, think about your roll too, because that'll determine if you're succeeding or not.
Well, okay. So I've got a 5 and a 1. Is that a success, or what's going on?
A 5 and a 1 will be a success with your score, no matter what.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then what we're gonna do is we're coming in hot on this location, right? That was named.
Just hold on. So you've got 1 success for sure. So Alex has 1 success. Other guys go for the same thing. You roll.
All right. So I'm trying to cloak the ship. I'll say that this should be, I think, a lasers roll.
Oh.
Ooh.
And I am familiar. And I'll say I'm prepared because this is my pet project.
Sure.
All right. I got a 4, a 2, and a 3.
4, a 2, and a 3. So you definitely got but it's lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got a 2, so that works.
All right.
So Carl also got 1 success.
1 laser feeling success, right?
Oh yeah, you did. So you get a question that you can ask, and then roll again later. So why don't you save your question, and then we'll have you make another roll down the road.
Cool.
Okay. And then finally, Rip Hackman.
All right. High shot that he is, Rick is just going to assume that Lenny's stealth field covers him, and he's going to deploy in there like an avenging ghost, just killing everyone he sees with like a big knife.
Okay.
And I got a 6, a 6, and a 5.
A 6, a 6, and a 5. All right. So if we assume that was a feelings roll, or was that a cold calculating murder?
Oh boy, what did I miss?
I see him more as like a bloodthirsty banshee, but
Okay. Sure.
But I'd be happy the other way too. Either one.
Okay, well, they're very different roles. One is 3 successes, the other is 0 successes.
Like I said, I'm happy either way.
All right, so we'll say it's 3 if you're like, I'm a bloodthirsty berserker. Rah! I'm an avenging ghost who's screaming.
That's
yeah,
right.
it can be possible.
He's like taking Ron's breadsticks that are far too hard, and like snapping them in 2 and stabbing them in 2 different guys' hearts.
Well, they're just knives, but they look like breadsticks. And when the guy screams, it's just overdubbed with "Mamma Mia!"
Yeah, and because of the stealth field that's going on, all they see is marinara sauce spraying everywhere.
And somebody yells, "That's a spicy meatball!"
Yeah, and then a meatball hits like Zorgon in the face, but it's actually just an eyeball.
Yeah. All right. So we see the setup of the cooking competition, and we see like what's it set up? Is it like a kitchen stadium kind of situation, but on the hull of a wrecked Titanic?
Yes.
Okay. So kitchen stadium situation, and there's like a gloop person with a staff who's like, the secret ingredient for your chili is sauce. Gloop. Yeah, and then she just like divides herself into 2 bowls. You have to use gloop to make chili. And so Zorgon is like, I'm going to make a chili so spicy, you're going to think that you're breathing lava, but instead it's going to be your own farts. And you're going to think it because your breath is going to smell that bad from all the fart breath you'll be inhaling. I didn't think that one through, but I don't have to with chili this good. By the way, my hand is a robot claw.
No, God.
Each claw is like a whisk.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bunch
like
of
a
kitchen
corkscrew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like good
Well,
luck.
buddy, we'll see how you do because, you're not the only chef in this joint. And guest hosting tonight, the judge for tonight's competition, former New York Times columnist, Sherry Goldstein.
And everybody looks,
don't
it's
really
just a
like
regular
spicy food
woman.
at all.
It's just a regular woman waving.
Yeah, you're just very proud of her because
She's
she's
like,
come so
"Hello."
far personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually my mother who I snuck on board. All right, nobody knows
And he's like,
that. I just
as
made up
per
the
the
name.
and Zorgon says, as per the rules, I also get to invite a celebrity chef. And based on the sirens that you hear, you bet your ass I invited former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, ladies and gentlemen. Rudy Giuliani's here. And he says, chili is made out of old zucchini and aluminum foil. If you think it's otherwise, then the problem is you're wrong.
Oh.
9/11. He says it 7 times.
God bless our troops and our schmoops.
All right.
And our glutes.
And our floops.
And we've got a mystery guest, and you see a shadow, and it goes. All right, but meanwhile, so these guys, they start cooking the gloop, and we've got Zorgon, and he's using his weird robot hand to whisk and to do all these things and to chop stuff up. But, Carl, what's the question that Lucky Lenny gets to ask?
I want to know what unknown side effects are about to befall the captain because of the super accelerated medical procedure that was done to her.
Oh, easy. This is almost right out of Voyager. You rewired all of this life support power in there. She is like an insane superhuman at the moment. But what you didn't realize is you rewired some of like the warp nacelle stuff, and so like she's like a superhuman who's in like a slightly different phase of reality, and so her behavior may be like erratic and like not quite make sense, in part because she's not literally fully in the same reality that you guys are in, and her existence within this sphere or realm or dimension or whatever is incredibly unstable.
Okay. All right. Some weird shit going on. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have another role that you would like to make that can connect to that?
My current job is to get the cloaking system working.
Yeah, and you can hold off for a second. We can come back to you.
Based on that information, you know what? Given how erratic and unpredictable the captain's chair has been ever since this adventure started, I don't see how that changes my directive at all.
Mm-hmm.
I will continue trying to get the cloaking field working.
All right. So you're just gonna go for the same thing again?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think you were rolling 2 before.
Yes. Here we go. No, 3.
All right.
Because I am prepared. Because this is my pet project and it's my ship.
Sounds good.
Oh wait, did I already roll? No, I don't think so. Okay, here we go. No, wait, I did roll. My bad. I rolled a 4, a 2, and a 3.
A 4, a 2.
Oh, do you want me to roll again?
Yes, you're making basically the same roll again.
Got it. Okay, here we go. 4, 1, 4.
Oh, but you got a 1 this time. Mm-hmm. And we said last time it was a lasers roll, so now you do succeed. All right, so the cloaking device works, but it doesn't work super, super well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it actually works the way we described it, where it's like cartoonishly, like just like Hackman and his team have like, if he has a knife, it's just like a breadstick. If somebody has a blaster, it's just like spaghetti's shooting out of their hand. Like,
yeah, like all the systems wiring is like we mess with the systems, and like the video editing and the cloaking are sort of intertwined at this point.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, that's cloaked in there. All right. So Rip Hackman, you kind of like are able to sneak into this thing in part as like, you're like, I'm a waiter, Mamma Mia. And then you leap into action.
Yeah. Flinging breadsticks at people that are actually knives.
Yeah. So all of Zorgon the Conqueror's,
let me help you with that serviette, sir. And I'm just strangling someone.
Yeah, exactly. They're all like
head into the table repeatedly.
Yeah, they're all like Muppety aliens. So
I'm working my way up to like his heavy, who has like a flamethrower.
Absolutely.
And my plan is to wait until like the first drop of Zorgon's chili touches Giuliani's mouth, and then I'm going to incinerate Giuliani with the flamethrower and make it look like it was Zorgon's chili that did it.
All right, and you got 3, so that is exactly what happens. So, so that happens. You stab Zorgon's bodyguard, who has a flamethrower, the most useful weapon for a bodyguard to have, and it shoots fire all over Space Rudy Giuliani, and he's like, "No, Space 9/11," and he screams. And that's
Zorgon exactly the judge we needed to get rid of too.
It was an inside job.
so Zorgon's like, oh, I used only 1 ghost pepper. I was only supposed to use 1. How many ghost peppers did I use? I used only 1. I used only, and then, all right, and then
Sue Goldstein's like, that's 1 too many, sir.
No. And the mystery judge is just a silhouette, and they shake their head.
Oh shit!
And he's defeated.
The surprise winner of the competition is Bobby Flay. Out of nowhere, he wins this.
Yeah. The thing comes up, and Bobby Flay is like, I'm the surprise judge. And by the way, also idiots, I won. He throws the towel. And yeah.
And everyone starts clapping raucously, and they're like, "Yeah,
Bobby Flay. We love him and his weird eyebrows. Yeah, they're kind of red or blonde. Maybe we don't know. Are they drawn on? We're not sure." Yeah, everyone's screaming that. And meanwhile, Zorgon's like, "I can't believe no one liked my chili. I thought this chili was gonna kick everybody's dick off." Oh my God! And then standing before Zorgon is Captain Darcy.
Oh, shit.
And what does Captain Darcy do?
Long time no see, Zorgon.
Oh, long time no see, Darcy. I see your tits are still weird looking. Just like my balls. Why'd you leave me?
Yes, they point sideways, just like your eyes.
Yeah, I call my balls my eyes.
Well, Zorgon, if you had any heart at all, you'd know why I left you. I left you because of your tremendous thirst. Not for love, not for me, but for
lemonade. Was it my thirst for lemonade?
Oh, you rascal! You
know how it is on a hot summer day. I see kids out there selling lemonade. I can't resist. It's not even the lemonade. My God, it's the Americana of it. I love it. I'm a weird fucking green alien.
Oh, you bastard. Red blood pumps through your green veins somehow.
It does, baby. Come over here and tell me who's best dressed.
Oh, honey. There's awful rumors on my ship that you're about to spike the chili tonight.
Well, I'm going to rip a hole in reality. I'm going to rip reality a new one. And he goes, ha!
Wait. He just wanted to rip a hole in reality so he could get back to a reality in which they were still together.
You betcha. But now that you're out of that pod, why don't you come over here and sit on this weird robot claw? You can sit on my weird robo eye. Oh, wait, which I also said you'd be sitting on my claw. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting for you to tell me what sex is. And if you do, I bet we'll do it, and it'll be pretty cool, but I don't know. I'm pretty scared.
Mm-hmm. I hope it doesn't involve with.
Oh, I hope. Oh, me, God. Oh, my God. Is this involved? I'm talking a big game.
If you can handle these chili peppers, you can handle my hand on your ass.
And she slaps his ass, and then all of a sudden you see that she has a wrist bracelet that says Star Dreadnought activation key, and he's like, whoa, and they both get sucked into like a tiny black hole that for a little while the ship starts to shake. And like, you guys got to escape quick, make a roll to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Oh no. Not again. My last chili cook-off ended like this.
Yeah. This happened to the real Guy Fieri. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
All right. I got a 6 for what I kind of seem as a feelings roll.
All right, you're good. You're like...
You got a 4.
All right, you also barely make it.
I got a 3.
You also barely make it. So you guys are like, no. And you guys get there, the Bobby Flay and the other judge get sucked into the hole. They get turned into spaghetti, like that thing where like they get strung out by the
extruded.
They get extruded. Spaghettification, I believe, is the term, but that was
the technical term.
Rip is slowed down because he keeps stopping to incinerate people with the flamethrower.
Just like Kermit Muppets, like, oh, I can't believe it, I'm on fire. And then they get sucked into the thing.
Like Zorgon's henchmen who are already being sucked into the reality hole, he's just frying alive.
So you guys get back onto the Raptor, and the Raptor takes off, and you see it like it seems to struggle for a second, and then you zip out of there, and then the thing seems to have a black hole that expands for a second, then collapses in on itself even more, and there's a beam of light, and you guys ride the beam of light out of there to your next adventure.
Oh my God, we survived.
You did, guys.
Next time on Lasers and Feelings. Give us one scene from the next episode.
Rip walking out onto the bridge and going up to Brenner and saying, "You're relieved."
Ron is wearing a snorkel, and his frosted tips are just soggy and wet on the side of his head, and he's in the tank with the fish people, and he's like, "Oh my god, I found it! We're gonna call this fish sauce." And then fast forwards into the future, and he's finally got a positive New York Times review for all of his hard work, and his daughter, who's this stoner hippie who dropped out of college and hates her dad.
Named Jeff.
Yeah, his daughter embraces him and is like, "Oh my god, I didn't know you were an artist like me." And it turned out he was the whole time just trying to bond with his daughter and join the consortium just so that he could find these dank ingredients.
The next episode, the feature for Lucky Lenny, is he's on a video call back home with his mother and father and stepmother. And you can see that it's a video of him with his arm around his half-brother, Leonard Leigh. And Lenny's his uniform is just covered in medals, all these commendations on his chest. And Leonard is so happy and patting him on the back, and he's got a few, but maybe half as many medals as Lucky does. And they end the video call with all three of Lucky's parents saying they love him and they're so proud of him for everything he's accomplished, and they're so happy that they're getting along so well on the Raptor. And Lucky waves and he signs off, and then the camera turns around to him, and it's just he's used the video editing software to make all the medals on his shirt, and he's just got his arm around the wooden beam that's all that's left of Leonard, and it just blacks out on a big smile on his face. Oh no! Hold on. So, I'm sorry. So you said, okay, you're gonna do the Hallelujah line, and I said, "'Cause I just found Jesus." Alternatively, "'Cause all my prayers have been answered," or oh, wait, hold on.
How'd you find this so quickly?
I did a search for it, and you said, my last suggestion was, when you say, "Is your last name Alleluia?" your next thing should be, "Is it or not, bitch?" Okay. we can get back to space now.
By the way, my hand is a robot claw. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting for you to tell me what sex is, and if you do, I bet we'll do it, and it'll be pretty cool. But I don't know. I'm pretty scared.
Sorry, just a heartburn.
Sure. Thank you so much for listening to our episode of Lasers and Feelings. Our cast included Carl as Lucky Lenny, Leigh as Rip Hackman, Alex as Reggie Furger, a.k.a. Ron Skywalker, the chef of the stars and to the stars, and Austin was your game master. Joan Rivers made a brief appearance, though, as a ghost, who possessed one of our other cast members and forced them into odd and yet intriguing acts that will have to be included in memoirs much later. Please join us next week for another episode of Legend of the Five Rings, and in 2 weeks for something else that's wacky or something. Always here on This American Dice. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting for you to tell me what sex is. And if you do, I bet we'll do it, and it'll be pretty cool, but I don't know. I'm pretty scared.